So there folks, welcome back to Loren the Amazon Princess. We left off last episode in the camp. So we're going to have to go back to the world map. Let's leave. Oh yeah, we did this, didn't we? We travelled through Elven lands last time. Should we carry on travelling through the Elven lands? I reckon we should. I'm pretty sure that's what we did last time. Party-wise, let's just leave it as it is. I don't think there's much point fucking about with it. We'll carry on fighting these elves and giant snakes. Oh god, alright, they get a big chunk of action. Dora and Eleanor get early shots off, and then our guys kick in. So, what can Loren and Eleanor really do? Not a lot. We could try and soften the dragons up, or we could try and soften up one of the archers. Let's go for one of the archers. It's not going to be enough to kill him, but it's a start. There we go. Oof. What have they done to Loren there? Poison and weakened. And they've also weakened Ramas. Oh, that's annoying. What can we do about that? Not a lot at the moment. Right, let's get... I suppose we might as well wail on the weakest of these two. Oh, and Draco. Oh, Draco can do us some fireballs. Oh, yeah, these things are not very fireball-y. What about the elves? How much damage can we do to those? I think Fireball 1 on the elves will be the most effective use of Draco there. There's one dead, one on 66 health. I think Dora might be able to finish him off. Which means the rest of us can concentrate on these snakes. Although we are weakened. What's this? Push. 40% chance to cause scared. Nah, we don't need to, I don't think. No, let's just fucking hit him. Let's not mess around with pointless tactics at this stage. We know what we're doing. We're going to keep wailing on this guy. Draco, what can you do to these dragons? Guess Fireball 1 again is probably the best way of doing it. Right, Ramas on this one. Dora on this guy, that's enough. Eleanor on this guy. And then everyone can just wail on him. He's dead. Nice. Nicely done, everyone. We've killed him. We're going to fuck him up. Do we need to rest? We didn't take that much damage, really. I don't know. Do we need to rest?
No more? Not even hiding behind that rock there?
I think it said it got harder if we don't rest. Fuck it. YOLO. Let's go for one more. Let's go for one more. I really wish we could swap Eleanor out the party, but we can't. Right, what's this? An elf druid. Oh shit. Get straight on that, Dora. And Eleanor, you might as well. Hopefully, I think we might get Ramas to taunt. See if he can soak up some of the damage. Otherwise, Loren's going to take some beats. Loren... Oh, shit, let's go for the damaged one, I guess. Draco. 103. What if we do that over here? Same. Okay. I'm probably better off just fireballing the dragons then, I think. Ramas, can you... You can't taunt. Oh, is it the barbarian that had taunt? That's annoying. That is very annoying. Let's use power attack. Let's see how good that is. Wow. Really not that good at all. Probably a bit of a waste. Okay, never mind. Never mind, let's carry on. Oh, we could push this guy. Let's push that guy out. Oh, how very clever of you. However, It's almost Draco's turn, and you guys are all in the same row. Draco, please drop a fireball on these motherfuckers. What do we want to do? Let's do that one. Nice. Very nice. This guy's burning. This guy's burning. It's almost Eleanor's turn, so let's not do that. Let's do that. And that.
They should have surrendered when they had the chance.
There we go, that's going well. This guy should come forward soon, I would imagine, and if not, Eleanor's back on the case. There we go.
Surrendered when they had the chance.
Oh, brilliant. We did it. We did it, guys. We made it through without having to rest. We definitely need to rest now, though, because Loren is pretty battered. Did anybody level up? No. Okay, then. Oh, we made it through. The citadel was right in front of them. Loren walked towards the legendary gates of the fortress with pride. The guards at the post jumped in surprise and announced the arrival of the princess, and more amazingly, the queen as well. Wow, them doors. The large doors creaked open. Inside of the fortress, hundreds of Amazons rushed to form a procession by the entrance, all kneeling to welcome back their royalty. Loren stepped up to the bowing women with their hands on her hips. I have returned. I was told many suns ago that our queen, my mother, had gone missing and that she was dead. I bring her to you now. Karen stepped forward and the entire city seemed to apologise and cheer at once. Hail Queen Karen! Woo! She held out a hand to quiet them. They all looked to her with fear of punishment for leaving her to die. My daughter was very brave in finding me. She has proven great strength and intelligence where I have failed. I was your queen, but I do not feel worthy of this honour any further. Mother? And Karen quickly gestured Loren to be silent. A more fit ruler has presented herself, and I will relinquish my throne to my daughter within the season. The Amazons bowed to Loren. Hail, Princess Loren! Mother, I did not bring you back for this. You are the queen. I am a weakling. You have seen what I am. Karen blinked rapidly and looked away. I will prepare you for rule, and then you will be queen. You saved me, and I am grateful. This is what I want. Loren gaped at her mother, unable to believe what had just happened. She was interrupted when Bretza. Let's go with Bretza. She was interrupted when Bretza approached urgently. Princess Loren, a very important guest, is waiting for an audience with you. When she could finally tear her eyes from Karen, she processed the message. A polymer is quick for an old man. Fine, tell him I will be with him in a moment's time. How did she know it was a polymer show? Could have been anyone. Loren went with Eleanor to meet her guests. Even though they had arrived back home and the mission was complete, Loren had not dismissed her service. Both seemed to ignore it, for fear that bringing it up would definitely put an end to their partnership. They walked into the audience chamber and found two people that neither had been expecting. Poison Ivy and Legolas. Wow! A woman clad in live vegetation and a blonde elven scout were standing together on the other side of the room. Eleanor recognised the woman to be a druid, sprites that protected the forest. The elf with her must have been her guard. Who are you? I am Elder Druid Mirth, and this is my brother Ray. A druid and elf, why are you here? We have never met, but I represent the elven nation. As you've no doubt heard, the Empire and the elves are now at war. You've come to recruit the Amazons to your side. I suppose it is fairly obvious. I would not be here at this grim time if it were not very important. I do wish for support, but not of the entire Amazons. Just Princess Loren. Just me? Why? We know you have the Emberblade, and we know that it has recognised you. It's hard for outsiders to keep secrets in elven territory. Eleanor felt a chill from how openly the elf evaluated her. She had never felt so exposed while clothed. I'm sorry to say you travelled here in vain. I am not siding with the humans or elves. This is true. This is the stance I was going to take, Loren, if I had to choose. Because, to be honest, you guys are fighting each other for no reason whatsoever. Princess, important guests have arrived for an audience. More? Your friends? No, this were the humans asking us to join their side, of course. How very predictable. In through the doors walked in Apollo Michaud and Amakiki not far behind. The druid and her elf jumped in shock. Agents of the Empire. Elven Witch. Oh wow. Apollo Michaud raised his staff to cast an attack spell, but Ray had shot a perfectly aimed bolt, knocking it from the mage's hands. In the next moment, Ray was tackled by Amakiki while Murph had summoned vines to puncture through the floor tiles and grab upon Michonne's legs. Stop this madness! Eleanor ran to the elf and the gladiator to pull them apart. With a sturdy kick of her foot, she shoved the gladiator away from the elf and out of his chokehold. A quick flash of her sword kept the two separated. You fools! You're all fools! You will not battle within the citadel! Mirth and Apollon huffed at each other from across the room. Their companions slowly stopped growling at each other and joined the other sides. Within these walls, no war exists. If you battle, I will eradicate you, understand? Ooh, that's a bit harsh. My apologies, Princess Loren. I was not expecting the enemy. And I was not expecting filth. Ah! Zing! Wow. Listen to yourselves. You do not know each other, but have already committed to hating one another. These two men have not proved to be evil and worth killing. I doubt the druid and her brother are either. They're brothers? Then you have not heard of the horrible tales of what the Empire does to elves in their hands, or their plot to cleanse the whole world of them. Do you allow every aspect of your reason to be ruled by fear-mongering and lies? Oh, these guys. I will hear no more of this squabble. This war is your own fault. Yes, exactly. I'm glad you brought that up. On my trip back to Grimoire, I have learned something very disturbing. The origins of this war are not what you expect. I wonder how you will twist it to best paint the elves as the villains. Unfortunately, the villains are more intelligent than common elves. Zing! This guy, he's great. Ray reached for a bolt to load his crossbow, but stopped when Loren bared her teeth at him. The elves that attacked our town were not elves at all. Elves attacked your cities, that is backwards. Humans attacked the forest. Perhaps it is both. Have you considered that? Neither of us attacked each other. I had to oversee the burial of 100 elves not too long ago, wizard. I'm in no state of mind for your barbs. If you could listen, I would tell you that no elven corpses were found after their ambush, only the bodies of goblins. Using my magic, I was able to detect the essence of illusion, and I have put two and two together. The goblins merely looked like elven scouts when they attacked. So that means the humans that attacked the forest were goblins too? How would you not know this? Oops. Right-clicked. How would you not know this? If he's figured this out, and you presumably killed a load of humans, and they turned out to not be humans. They should have noticed. It was a shit plan from the goblins, to be honest with you. Precisely, the Empire did not instigate the war, nor the elves by that conclusion. I will have to agree. So, if your magic is not mistaken, then only a demon could have organised these attacks. That magic is restricted to the never-burned mountains. It's in the rules. Demons, it's always demons. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Fost, he is their leader. I have fought him in the past and he is beyond ruthless. He is near impossible to kill. My comrades and I thought we had done so. It appears we were wrong. Furthermore, the council did not believe me when I presented this revelation to them. They will not believe that the elves did not attack us. Did you show them the goblins? Because, to be honest, hundreds of dead goblins is pretty compelling evidence upon a show. They are so thirsty to slaughter us then. I do not want this war, Archwizard. I will see it end by any means. I find no glory in this war either. If we can find a means to a truce, then we should do it. A brief moment of silence told Loren that the two of them needed to form an alliance, or else they would kill each other off for no reason. Eleanor's gaze bounced between both faction leaders, eager for them to come to the same conclusion. I propose we join forces against our true enemy. Apollon straightened. The demons, you mean? Yes, we may not see eye to eye, but a more dangerous foe is at large. Then we shall seek peace with our nations. The old wizard was silent for a long moment, and then reached out his hand towards the druid. She stared at it, then reached out to her own. Ah, friendship! They shook hands with each other, sealing their new alliance. Everyone in the room marvelled at how their attitudes had completely changed in about 5 minutes, putting their personal vendettas aside for the greater good. Ooh, new party member, druid. A mage druid. Right, you'll be wanting will points. And what have you actually got? Let's have a look. Sting in the Swarm. Hail. Weeds. Nature's Touch. So she's a healer. I think we should take Nature's Touch so that we've got some nice heals. Oh, it's a pity we can't swap her out for Eleanor. That is so annoying. That is so annoying. Still got 1 skill point left. Increase maximum spell point. Cures an ailment. Let's increase her spell points. That's probably going to be useful if we're going to be using it for healing. Can the elves really work together with the humans? We must try a raid. The only other option is to be attacked on 2 fronts rather than just one. Archery, the sword. Oh yes, Princess Loren's sword. The time has come to use it. Are you seeking to manipulate her to do your bidding? The sword does not need to stand just for the Empire. It could stand for our combined forces as well. This sword is dragging me into commitments I have not yet made. Is that all it will do? God, Jesus Christ, Loren, get some grammar. I want nothing more to do with it. Loren unsheathed the sword and it glowed. But she immediately slammed it against the floor. Everyone gasped in horror. Amakiki rushed to pick the sword off the ground. He frowned at Loren. You're throwing it away, but it has chosen you. A piece of metal is not going to run my life. If you want it so badly, you can have it. I have plenty of superior weapons here at the Citadel. You will never find a blade stronger than this one. I don't know, it's been pretty shit so far. Don't be a fool and throw it away. The world needs you, and you are running away. If our armies are to fight as one, we need not only a fearless leader, but one who would not appear to be biased towards either side. With this sword, everyone would agree that the gods themselves chose you to lead us against the demons. Your Highness, they need you. That is not my problem. Then we will ask the Queen to lead. Queen Karen is a good substitute, though she cannot wield the sword. Loren was tense, thinking of her mother taking her place. Could she send her mother to war after just returning her home? This is absurd. You cannot have the Queen. That seems more like her decision than yours. Loren knew her mother would take up this role, if only as a means to kill herself. She could not lose her mother to this. Your Majesty. Eleanor had difficulty bringing Loren's hard stare towards her. Friendly, what happens outside of the Citadel will affect you too. If this war continues, you are letting the world you live in be destroyed and ruled by chaos. Whether you see a human or an elf, your life as it is now would not exist if it weren't for them. The clothes you wear are made from the silks woven by the elves, and the bread you eat was made by the wheat grown in the Empire's fields. We all need one another, or else everything we know and cherish will crumble apart. Loren stared straight in front of her, contemplating her words. Eleanor prayed that she had gotten through to her mistress. Finally, the princess's eyes blinked back into reality and looked at the faces around the room. Fine, we'll do it. Give us the fucking sword. The demons are asking for a fight, and I shall give it to them. Everyone was more than relieved. The air in the room was significantly lighter. Amakiki, the sword. The warrior looked down at the ember blade and then slowly walked up to Loren. She gazed at it warily. Amakiki knelt down suddenly in front of her, holding up the hilt for her to take. Loren stared down at the sword and then finally wrapped her fingers around its handle, lifting it into the air. It glowed. Is this your calling sword, uniting these people to slay the demons responsible? I am sure of it, Your Highness. She sheathed it and looked over at her servant. We shall see, I suppose. A historical alliance was formed then. The humans and the elves had joined forces with the Amazons to lead one united army against the enemy who threatened them all. After some negotiations, both Apollymachot and Mirth were prepared to take the steps to convince their individual nations to end the war. The Citadel was designated as the base of operations due to it being the only neutral fortress in the land. The guests were all treated to a formal Amazon welcome and peacemaking rituals, including great feasts, folk songs, and tests of strength. After a few hearty days of bonding, the Amazons had concluded that an alliance could be formed between the three cultures, and even the human and elf factions began to put their differences aside. You are very strong for an elf. I believe that was a compliment. All right, you're not bad yourself. For a human. Ah, zing. I am the greatest warrior in Grimoire. I am not bad at all. Even the greatest warrior can fall from a single arrow. You're holding a crossbow, my friend. Those are bolts, not arrows. The two stared at each other and then laughed. You're right, I should have the arrows on my side, even if I don't need them. You think brute strength is everything, huh? Prepare to be proved otherwise. Is that a challenge, assassin? They paused, both sure that they were the superior fighter. Accepted. May the best elf win. Amakiki chuckled and they slammed their fists together in a gesture of good sport. Bro fist! You get a new party member, Ray, Thief Assassin. I doubt we'll be taking you with us, Ray, but let's have a look. Well, I have some skill points. And just take one of everything, I guess. What are these? A single target sometimes a permanent. Jeez. Let's take that one. Okay, done. Nearby, Draco grinned excitedly and turned towards Ramas, standing idly next to him. He held out his fist towards him. May the best elf win! Ramas just looked at the fire mage. Or dwarf? What? Come on, let's make a cool challenge pack thingy too. Ramas grumbled and walked away, leaving Draco hanging. He pouted. Well, sucks for you, because you were just going to win anyway. Now I win. Draco wins. Ha, yeah. God damn it, Draco. Eleanor walked up to her mistress Loren while she was holding her final audience with a polymer show and mirth. So it is agreed we shall both head back to our capitals to divert attention far away from the citadel and to convince our nations to put a stop to this bloodshed. Yes, I will help the forest elders see how we were so easily fooled. Princess Loren, you must come visit each of us immediately. If everything goes as planned, we need to introduce you to our respective councils as the new commander of the combined army. Speaking of which, I do not feel the Grimmar Council will be so readily convinced that the elves did not attack. I may need your help in convincing them. I'd imagine that's going to be the same on both sides. Oh, sorry, I clicked past what Loren said there. Your Highness, all preparations for departure have been made. Oh, Eleanor, good. Stand in front of me. Wow, yes. Eleanor cautiously stepped in front of Loren as she asked. The princess unsheathed her sword and she tensed. My first decree as the High Commander is to promote you to my second in command. My Majesty? Kneel, Eleanor, and arise, Sir Eleanor of the Amazons. Without question, she obeyed. The Ember Blade then tapped both of her shoulders, and she looked up at Loren with disbelief. You have proven your worth to me as an advisor, and I will have it known that your commands are to be respected as if they were mine. Thank you, Majesty. My life is yours. The gesture was beyond comprehension. Was she no longer a slave? The feeling barely registered. An entire lifetime had been treated as just a lowly servant, and now Eleanor was given one of the highest honours she could ever obtain. Loren sheathed her sword, but it took Eleanor several more moments to stand again. I am happy for you. Back to our matter, you need the token of the Empire to pass into Grimoire unharmed. Surely the sword would be enough, really. If everyone's so obsessed with butt-fucking the sword, you'd think they'd all be like, oh look, she's got the sword, she must be Loren. The old wizard materialised a medallion from his robes and held it out to Loren. She instead nodded for Eleanor to take it instead. This will let you pass in the Empire's lands without much trouble. I assume the rogues and bandits who do not recognise our laws will attack you anyway. That is a wise idea. I shall give you the forest blessing so that those loyal to the elders will not strike you down. The Druid closed her eyes and a glowing flower sprouted from her palm. She plucked it and handed it over to Eleanor. These will be useful. I will leave to meet with you soon. I must be off right now, but I will leave Amakiki to you. Oh, don't leave Amakiki with us. And I've convinced Ray to travel with you as well. We don't want Ray either, really. Farewell and be safe. I wanted the Druid. God damn it. The two faction leaders bowed and left the palace to depart from the citadel altogether. Commander Bretzer approached Loren and saluted her with a hand over her heart. Your Majesty, the Amazons are ready to fight for you. Your allies are strong and we will no doubt be victorious, but we should not turn down a chance to strengthen our numbers. There may still be more allies to be found hidden around Aravorn. A group of peculiar elves were discovered by our scouts in the Orcish Waste. If you wish to investigate, they had a strange blue colour on their skin. They are not common elves, so be wary, Princess. I wonder if they're drow. Maybe. Blue skin. Sounds pretty bad. Thank you, you are dismissed. More allies. Besides the dwarves, whom could we recruit to our cause? I can think of no one of value. If I may interject. Wow, that is so Ace Ventura 2. We have encountered several powerful people in our journey that I think would be useful to have on our side. Sauser, the monk from Mount Kronos, was a very strong and armed specialist who would likely be interested in helping us. The shapeshifter Chambara. Yeah, I guess I sort of want to recruit Chambara. She may not see the point, but I believe we could convince her that even her isolated swamp is in danger. These characters are available to join your party only in the expansion. Oh, right. I don't think I've got the expansion. Well, I haven't installed the expansion. Never mind. When should we depart? Tomorrow morning at dawn. Be prepared, Eleanor. We have a war to end. Yes, Mom. The celebration of the Queen's return had ended. The packs had been made, and the party was ready to set off to fix what the demons had so easily broken. And on that note, folks, we will leave it there. Till next time. Bye-bye.